Well, hello guys, this is Exosphere back with another video. I came across this news I'd like to share with you all. It says, NASA plans to send telescope into stratosphere, a both stadium-sized balloon to study cosmos. The Astros will be stationed at a height of 130,000 feet, which is roughly 4 times higher than where commercial airliners fly, to study the far infrared light invisible to the human eye. This is a picture for illustration. Reading further, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration is gearing up to send a 2.5 meter, 8.4 foot telescope into the stratosphere aboard a balloon of the size of a football stadium. The ASTROS, which is Astrophysics Stratospheric Telescope for High Spectral Resolution Observations at Sub-millimeter Wavelengths, is scheduled to be launched in December of 2023 from Antarctica. According to an article by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, if you don't know what it is basically a research facility which is unique in its aspect as it carries out robotic space and earth science missions. It will be managing the mission. The telescope will be placed in outer atmosphere to observe light wavelengths that are blocked by Earth's atmosphere. Now, why is light blocked by the atmosphere? Well, there are a lot of reasons for it. Say pollution, clouds, dust, anything. Anything can be the reason. Moving on, it will be able to observe light with wavelengths that are much longer than what we humans can see. Astros will be stationed at a height of 130,000 feet, which is roughly 4 times higher than commercial airliners fly, to study the far infrared light that is not visible to the human eye. The altitude is still very low to the boundary of the space. The payload of the observatory is going to include the telescope, science instruments, and certain subsystems like the cooling and electronic system. Payload is the total load that is to be carried by the rocket. When we talk about payload, it's the total load, total weight that has to be carried by the rocket. By early August, JPL engineers will begin integration and testing of subsystems. Now let's see what's the aim of the mission. The mission will measure the motion and speed of gas around newly formed stars and will have 4 major targets. It will observe 2 regions in the Milky Way where stars are born, and the telescope will also map the presence of 2 types of nitrogen ions that reveal the places where winds from supernova explosions have reshaped the gas clouds within these star-forming regions. Now, before we go, I'd like to discuss the layers of atmosphere. Well, here we can see that roughly below the height of 10 kilometers from the ground is the troposphere, where aircraft, clouds, and Mount Everest is, which is the highest mountain peak in the world. Then there is stratosphere, where the radio sonde is. Radio sonde is nothing but uh, the balloon which transmits internet signals. I hope you have heard about it. Google was planning to launch some balloons in remote areas to transmit internet signals. That's all what is in the radio sonde. Then there is the Mesosphere, where meteors are. Then there's the Thermosphere, where the spacecrafts are, and the Aurora are. Aurora is basically a light phenomena in which we can see light changing colors, as in a form of a wave. It's so fluid and aurora can be viewed from what do you call it? Alaska, Norway, Sweden, and very few countries like Greenland, etc. So, anyways, moving on. Then there is Exosphere, where the satellites are. And here's the temperature range. Then, if we can look closely, we can come to know where various layers of atmosphere are. First, there is troposphere, up to 12 kilometers. Then there is stratosphere, up to 50 kilometers. From 12 to 50 kilometers. Then there is mesosphere, which is from 50 to 80 kilometers. Then there is thermosphere, which is from 80 to 700 kilometers. Then there is exosphere, which is up to 10,000 kilometers. Well, that's about it for today. I'll be back with another video soon. This is your host, Tejasvi Kapoor, signing off. If you liked what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up. A comment would be really appreciative. Share this video as much as possible. And please click on the subscribe button. And hit the bell icon and turn on all notifications. I'll be back with another video soon.